Good evening. Welcome to another episode of, I still haven't named this dang thing. This is my modified skyblock. It is using all of the mods that I typically use, as well as the Soartex texture pack with a minor customization to it. But that's really trivial. These are sticky reeds, and I'll fertilize them because I want them back for sure. So that one wanted it. Oh wait, that's right, I was planning on doing something else. So I've been crossbreeding, and I've not ended up with the other things that I wanted just yet, but I have largely gotten the things that I really needed to get started. I'm just going to let those sit for a minute because what I'm super excited about is the sticky resin. Now, I've been harvesting the sticky reeds during the time that I was doing just extra grinding on various things last night without actually progressing anywhere in the levels, and I'm going to cook it up. This is the gateway to me actually having higher technologies and better things to work with. But more importantly, it's... oh, I forgot to replace these when I logged off. It's also the gateway to me having other nice items. So I'm going to drop off some of this stuff while that's cooking, because I need to have probably a bunch more of those. That's maybe a good start. Let's get that. Do another stack. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, I'm going to expand this area right here. Well, yeah. Here, let's just do that. Get all those off of there. Fine, whatever. So I'm going to expand that area over there. And it's slightly at my own peril because the skeletons could start shooting me at any time. Like right now. I am probably just outside of that glitching guy's range. Actually, I really don't like that. That's a bad spot right there. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. And then that. And that's what's gonna be required to save my butt. So I'll just refuel on my food. And I'm going to slowly work out here and give myself a little more area. The half slabs, as you will remember, are immune from lighting needs. Yeah, keep shooting at me, guys. So I don't need to actually do it. It's just an aesthetic thing that I like it to look like it's lit. It worries me less when that is the case. And there's that. Now, I'm probably also going to go the other way around it. I might even get closer later if I really feel a need, but am I out of range? Is there a reason they're not firing at me? Granted, I like that they're not firing at me, it's just I'm a little paranoid because I've been shot at and hit a couple of times already in this recording. Yeah, it looks like I might be safe doing this. Now, the really annoying thing is that I would like to put in a block right there, but I do know that if I go out there, they're going to fire at me. It's just, they are going to do it. Like if I go up here, they're going to fire at me. See? Like right there. So, I need to make a piston or something. That's the only way I'm going to be able to deal with that effectively. However, these are now no longer necessary here. do like the idea of safety rails. They're very nice. I probably do want to put them around my entire domain here. Would be a good idea at any rate. Yeah, just a good idea in general. There. There. And here. Well, they still managed to get me. Just standing on that was enough. So yeah, I might actually need to expand off of that top rail too. And of course that's close enough for the spiders to come get me as well. So I'm going to have to work out something better about that. But, yeah, we'll just step away from there for a moment. It's a situation that I will have to deal with in a proper manner. I'll probably do that off camera. I'll take it offline into maintenance mode and put a proper ring around the entire thing. That's what I should have done from the beginning. Except at the time I was a bit rushed. Good. So now I've got rubber. Got arrows everywhere too. That one's full. Where am I putting it here? Apparently the bottom row, and this is now my default sink for anything I don't care about. Let's see. Bones, creeper surprise. Oh, I should put the string in while I was over here. Okay. I'm going to need my copper. You know, I'm going to grab all of these and just make what I need. Yeah, I'm going to need those two. Okay. The items for civilization are 3 of these. And I'm not going to be using rubber anywhere but these cables, so I may as well just insulate all of the cables, because there's no reason not to. Then, I'm going to want to do that to limit it. I'm going to need 2 circuits, a battery, which is what that's for, and that's why I saved that one. And I have enough iron in my inventory that I don't actually need to conserve my iron furnace. I can leave that, because I'd just end up making another one for something else at some point. Yeah, it'll take redstone. But as you can see, I've managed to collect 45 spare iron from mining zombies, so I don't mind making a second iron furnace right now at all. That's probably a worthy investment. A generator. And I don't have any of the correct stone in that one. I think it needs stone. The rest of my refined iron goes into 2 machine blocks. I'll be using one of them right now. The other one I could make a compressor out of, but to be honest, I don't really need to worry about a compressor. It makes a couple of things possible, but they're nothing I'm interested in at this precise moment. Now let's see, it was that, and then that? Yeah. Macerator. Those 2 items right there, plus maybe a cable or 2. I can make things more efficient with some cables. That will allow me to drop down a lot of good things. Just leave that there. Oh, they're different types of slabs. I see. Whatever. Deal with that later. Okay. The reason I put this here is because over in this area is where I would like to set up. I'll leave that there for... There's a good reason that that's there and other stuff isn't. But, one more there. That's not as large of a space as I would prefer, but I do like the rounding effect on the corner, and I may as well just get rid of this. It's completely pointless now. Okay, there is that. So over here, I would like to have my generator and other interesting items. Let's get them off of my taskbar for a minute. Now, the generator is the most important one, but the macerator is also fairly important. And I sort of want... I want the macerator to be about here-ish, I think. Maybe. And what I need to do is make sure that I leave plenty of room for me to do things in the future. Because in the future, I might want... I may want to do some different things with these. Just going to extend this out over here one more. There is a generator, and there are 2 cables. Great. So what does that get me? Well, I can start doing a couple of things now. I'm going to make more of these right here, because apparently... Oh, I've got plenty in this one. Yeah, so let's just do that to start with. Sticks ahoy. Ah, no. Direct. Did not want to do that. Wanted that. Apparently, if you go through the trouble of doing that, this is worth more burned than the other method. And the other thing that I wanted would be from this. Just going to grab a stack of cobblestone. So, macerating things is great. First of all, instead of macerating that, let me show you what it will do with a bone. Let's just drop in, that's fine. So the macerator will let me turn a bone slowly, very slowly, into 5 bone meal each. But that's not why I've been wanting the macerator so very badly. Why I want the macerator so badly right, it's not called that. Well, I've been really wanting to make sand. Because sand... And actually, that's not quite the route that I want to go. Okay. First of all, recipe. Bog earth. You can make bog earth in 2 different types of ways. Via a carpenter, don't have the resources for it yet. Or via normal crafting. The normal crafting method always revolves around sand and dirt. And you put water in the middle. So a water cell, a water bucket. You'll notice you get 6 with a water bucket. Oops, the other ones. You also get 6 if you use cans or... if you use cans or capsules of any type, you get 8. I don't have bees at the moment. In fact, I don't have bees at all on this map because it's that kind of skyblock. So right now I'm stuck using either the bog earth with a bucket method or the carpenter method that I can't use. And it wouldn't have been worth the carpenter method anyway. So, buckets it is. And 4 of these is exactly what I needed. 4 of those. And that one's not quite done growing yet. I'm going to rearrange my inventory a little bit again, ignoring everything else around me. That one took one. So I'm going to break those and steal it. That one is very special. It is the sticky resin one, and that one goes right there so that I remember that it's for sticky resin. And then I'm going to steal that earth. And with these flowers too, I'm going to break them. They're just flowers. Use the seed packet to break it, whatever. Whoa, hey, that's a lot of water coming out of there. That's not quite the effect that I had in mind. Let's just use that as a place to put down a fence gate. That sounds like a great idea. Yeah, that's fine. And this one. So that other one is the blue flowers. So right now I've got two things in my inventory. And I'm going to place you next to the yellow flowers, the dandelion stuff. And you can go up there, and you can go next to the red flower, the cyan flowers. So I've got purple, cyan, and yellow. And cocoa. Nice sets of dyes. I think that one is both of those. Right now I've got 3 dirts. As you can see, I'm sort of waiting for that last one. Actually, I only need 4. Fine, whatever. Crafting table. I don't know why I went around the long way. I just sort of derped on where it was. I think it was that way, and that way, yeah. So there, I lost those 4 dirt, and in their place, I've got 6 bog earth. Now you might be saying to yourself, bog earth? You wanted dirt. Why did you do that? That's silly. Well, it is a little silly. Oh, that's not going to work either. Okay, so I need a place that's similar to this. In fact, right here will work perfectly. Yeah. Who cares about that? Ploink, 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 ploink. Break you again, and ploink. Great. Perfect. Even fill in some water there. Now those will allow me to turn 4 dirt into 6 dirt. So every 2 times I do that, I double the amount of dirt that I have through that process. I get 50% more dirt each time I run that. That's a reasonable cost, isn't it? 50% more dirt. Oh, and I also get another benefit for going through this, which I'll show you later. The other side benefit that I get from doing this, however I'll just spell it out, is that I won't need to make coal anymore to cook in that, because it will give me something called peat. Yeah, it'll give me peat, and the peat is burnable in here equivalently to coal. Unfortunately, to make torches, I still will need to go through the old methods. But yeah, that apparently used up all of that energy. The other thing is, that gives me, I believe it was 750. And I know that it only holds 1 coal, so that's 8,000. So 10 at a time, plus whatever the exterior buffer is. 16 will probably work in this case. So I should only feed it 16 of these at a time. because otherwise I will likely just waste the energy. It won't go anywhere. There will be a thing that I will have later, which I will be able to use, and yeah, the excess energy at that point will be a great thing. Right now, it's not such a great thing. You know what? I should really just go up there and disable the mob grinder while I wait for the peat to do its stuff. Yeah, this is never ending. Though, when I see zombies right in front of me, I'm very, very tempted to kill them and try to get a little bit more of the iron that I so desperately desire. Yeah, that'll be fine. So, oh, no. Don't want to do that. That is a bad move right there. Extreme badness. What was it? There, and the inner side. There, and the inner side. And do not want to fall into this. There's no way I could break out in time before I would be slaughtered. My other alternative would be to jump off and get slaughtered. Because I'd fall and I'd have 1 hit point and everyone would attack me. Yeah, so that's that. Okay, that will stop new ones from spawning. Anyone who did see me will come running over. And I have to clear this out and keep it daylight. That won't affect the peat bog very much, but it will affect everything else, so I really also only need to keep the skeletons out of the equation. The skeletons are the part that will nail me with long-distance shots. Yeah, I got a shovel. So technically I could just kill the skeletons with a bow from a distance. But where's the fun in that? The other thing is, it will be... Well, it's like noon right now. Might even be able to power through it. Drat, I can't jump up anymore. I have to do it from over here. $16 more. Get some more out of that. Yeah, it's slow going. What you gonna do? Whoa! Hey! No! No! Thank you, stone. You know what? I didn't want those there anyway. Okay. What I wanted to do here, I'm just going to fill all this part in with that material, and then yay. Perfect. That's actually brilliant. Okay, there's that. And then I'm going to need a ton more of stuff from this one. Let's put that back in. my bucket up here. It's empty, but I really should have refilled it. Just being lazy. So now the thing that I want to do here is just fill in a border range around the entire zone so that mobs that are here cannot get off and hit me. They also don't seem to aim down. Need to get away from that edge. Safety rails for mobs, who'd have thought? Really, it's a safety curtain that prevents you from being hit by mobs, but I was going to complain about that. Now, this won't prevent the stray skeleton shots, but get rid of that one in a minute. It will do a reasonable job at protecting me where I most need it. And I'm going to need one there as well to get the final decorative one in place. Now I think that's also far enough away that they won't be able to get through this. That's a spawning area up there. Let's eliminate that. And then put the proper stop gap back in place. And we'll test it tonight, and if it works to my satisfaction, then tomorrow we'll go live. Yeah, that's really annoying. I'm almost positive that one of the first things... Well, no, because I'll be using scrap boxes forever. I might end up with enough to make a bat box on its own. See right there? It's 8 at a time, apparently. Wow. That's just ridiculous. It uses it so slowly. And the peat, of course, is taking forever to mature, as always. I'm going to need to set up a proper peat garden kind of thing. Oh, hey, I got an iron bar off of that. Not bad, kind of spiffy. It's strange, I actually want it to be night so I can test the mob trap properly. It's like the first time... Oh, that's right, I use the bed for this. Well, or that works just fine. Gets me close enough. Or not. Yeah, the bed gets me close enough. Bed's the same way as that thing logically. Okay, let's put in a nice window here. If anything drops that can hit me from right there, it bloody well will. And I'm reasonably okay with where the rest of my stuff is. Yeah, that's within teasing range. The spiders will get me if they live. Thankfully, the way I've arranged it, they should not even spawn, so it shouldn't be an issue, but, you know, just make things nice to begin with. More of these. Is that where? Yeah, that's where. Huh. That's kind of odd. Nothing's dropping from up there. Oh, here we go. Got one. Yeah, that's great. All of that residual light needs to go away. Ah, a skeleton, yes. Yes, that's exactly what I want. Come here, my pretties. Now, I know you can shoot me over that. Can you shoot me over here? You guys aren't going to help, are you? No. Hit him. Wow, that upper lighting is really that effective, isn't it? But they somehow spawned. How? There's got to be some corner up there that's not too well lit. Great, okay. That is exactly what I wanted to do. Potentially live mob trap. Soon to be definitely live. Can I? No. If I put them down together, they might let light through. Dang it. That's just a no-win scenario right there. What did I do? Oh, right, I rebuilt the platform. From the explosion. Okay, so that was a decent use of it. It's just annoying because I don't have I don't really want to use those. Let's just grab these. There is one annoying thing about the scaffolding, and I'm definitely not going to show it to you here, but there had to be some drawback to using it, right? I mean, it costs so little to make. And the drawback is you don't have the shift clicking thing, where if you're on it and you press shift, you don't stop. See, like right now, I'm holding shift. And I'm holding shift now. And it didn't do anything. I kept going right down at the same speed. The other thing is, the scaffolding, you need to be just barely inside of the block that the scaffolding is on. Like, there's a tiny lip right there where it lets you in about 1/16 of a block. And you need to stay there. Okay, so they can hit me if I'm up there. And I know that they can hit me there, so maybe I need to make that ring around this better, but That does prevent a lot of the more annoying hits from them. And I'm mostly okay with that. That's good enough. Now those are kind of in the middle of everywhere. Oh, and more importantly, there's no safety wall behind me. I'm not sure how to feel about that. I don't think that's in the right spot. It isn't. Presently, my presence is enough to prevent mobs from spawning here, but if I were to log off or die or do something else, well, since it's a Mistcraft server, if I log off and the dimension doesn't have anyone else in it, it actually does unload nicely. Forgot I was this close to the edge. There. Yeah, that works well enough. Whoa. That's freaky. They're all like... they're super glitching right here. That changes their behavior immensely, having proper guides in this area and allowing them to sometimes see me from the side without jumping. Yeah, that's the way I should have built it to begin with. Not that crud I was doing. It's proper, there's only one path over to me, it just makes everything easier for their pathfinding AIs. Oh yeah, that's grinding them well. They still snipe me though. Do I have enough health to regenerate the heart? Nope. Deal with them later. And... yeah, so that one right there, you can tell by the different color of it, has matured. The other ones, they look more sponge-like, so they're not ready yet. Mature and ready for harvest, not yet ready for harvest. There's no particular reason why I shouldn't do this, so I'm just going to do it. If you dig it up with anything that can dig stuff, I used a torch, which is equivalent to my hand. You get the peat and the dirt. And don't quite have enough zombie items to... well, these are free, so there you go. It'll do 8 smelts. And it'll do the shovel first, then the swords, then the helmets. Oh, swords first, then shovel, then helmets. Slightly wrong on the order. Not far off. And these go here, there, whatever. Bones. Zombie meat. Oh, hey, that's something else I need to look into. I remember, at one point in time... okay. So no, zombie meat you can't burn. I think that was an equivalent exchange thing or something, I don't know. I'm pretty sure you can't burn that in there. Might be able to burn those things. Don't really have much point for those. They annoy me. Arrows, why do I have you in there? Doesn't make sense. Bones go in here. Yeah. Dirt's great, but that's in the process already. Oop. Need to adjust where my mouse is slightly. The reason I have not harvested my other sticky reeds is because now I want to macerate more bones. I can easily get more bones by walking over here. Yep, that right there was enough to get more bones. Now something about the macerator, which I will show you briefly, is if you clear out your output slots so that it's open output, and you pop something else in, you can trade the current action buffer for it, which is nice. It's presently discharging that. So since I've got enough sand for the moment, I'm just gonna put those in there. Oh yeah, let's see. Can this burn? Yes, it can, and I know those can burn. Those are also the same as generic wood items. So, yay. What? Are you glitching? Dude, he's totally glitching out. That is a wandering glitch skeleton. I think it's because they can't get knocked off the edge. They're just all, like, packed in here like sardines. So yeah, the population of these guys, if I do that, they'll kill each other and it'll be wondrous. Man, this is crazy. Putting that ring around there just pens them all in, and there's no sorting it. Yeah, that upgrades the record factory. It's a shame I can't do anything useful with those records right now. Ooh, my sword is gone. Fist time! I got an iron sword. Ooh, I have an iron sword. And I have no ability to sprint. So, yeah. I really don't have a problem spending the iron to do stuff. At all. I've got lots of iron now. Maybe not quite as much as I would really like, but yeah, I've got lots of iron. Just kill mobs and I get iron. That upgrade was surprisingly effective. Scarily effective. The other thing is you're supposed to make an 8x8 with water in the middle, well, 3x3, water in the middle, so 8 of them total. And then you can repeat that in any pattern you like. The game itself will make a 15x15 array of those, 5 on each side, if you use its automated harvesting system, but that's just the automated harvesting system's shape. There is no requirement at all to use that yourself. None. Just makes things easier. for the game. Looks kind of nice too, actually. Out of bones. More sand, please. That's probably fine. Put in more cobblestone. So yeah, right now there are two things dominating. Actually, I've got enough iron. I might just go with an iron pickaxe. It's this one and this one. But yeah. Just grind away at these guys. Deposit to make sand. And I will probably continue grinding away at this, build an actual farm. The biggest thing right now, though, is getting the dirt. I want to have about 10 times the amount of dirt that I've got right now. Roughly an order of magnitude more, which is why I say 10 times. That will give me enough dirt to have pretty much an endless supply of trees that are constantly ready for harvest, an area to grow food that's constantly ready for harvest, even when I don't apply bone meal, because it's more I don't want to actually work. I want to just have the resources already ready to collect when I need them. And most importantly, I also want to have sort of a field. I want to have a nice wide expanse that creatures can spawn on that aren't ready to kill me. Those creatures include chickens, cows, sheep. The sheep aren't really useful because I'm not willing to spend shears to get wool since I have like a gajillion spider drops, but maybe the wool will be necessary later for Red Power 2 stuff. Might be useful to keep a couple of sheep around and dye them. But yeah, that sort of general idea of stuff, and I should really stop doing that because I need to make another of these to eat. And now I'm out of food. Right. That brings me to the other thing that I was doing. You can go up there. This one, not growing more. So it's probably a reed one. The reeds I've been putting over here. Just make that a little bit bigger. And I'm trying to cross between those two because in the past I have had success doing so. Specifically, that very often will lead... Wow, these guys are hungry for this right now. That will very often lead to watermelons, which is an easier food supply to grow when you don't worry about the speed at which you're eating. Here, I've gotten more than enough slabs for now. Could actually, probably I should actually expand that other thing around. So there's that. I'll take my valuable resources out of here and place them back over here because I feel that that's a safer spot for them. A bucket of water too. And tree. Oh, right. One more thing that I want to show you before the end of this. Gives me an excuse to do that too. Let's see, what is that? Yeah, for paper. Get me some more paper. Don't have any feathers right now, but I can make books. And books are useful because you can do something like, I'm going to stand right about here. Actually, yeah, I'm going to stand right here. This is a good spot. That is a fine spot. So this happens to be blasted, is what the dimension is named. But these books will take me back there. And more importantly, if I... That is now... Let's see, I want that book on my hotkey. What is this key on the keyboard? That is a 6. So I want the book in the 6th slot of my inventory, actually. There. So I'm somewhere else. I hit 6, open, take. Oh, it's not... Okay. This won't work because I'm already in the dimension. So right now it's just not useful to have on me. I'm also... It would be ages before I could make the thing that would let me write an intra-dimensional link book. Not going to happen. Simple. Not going to happen in this game. But if I have one for a different dimension, which there is another dimension that I have access to in this skyblock, then I could take that one if I were falling off the edge to my dune. And if I'm quick enough, I could link out with like half a health point or something and live in the other dimension. But it's approaching the 1 hour point, and all that's really left is just grinding on these things some more, waiting for the peat, making 2 runs of peat, waiting for more peat. Yeah, pretty much that. Because I had 6 peat to start with, so if I have 8 after that, then I can put it all out there and it'll all be good. With 2 runs of peat, then I can make 3 runs afterwards, and it's not going to grow exponentially, but it will grow very quickly. And it won't be that long before I can make grass and trees and start hopefully getting animals to spawn next to these mobs that I've trapped in here. That's the whole reason I want to get closer to these. The presence of mobs in an area tends to make other mobs spawn, at least from what they saw in Feed the Beast. I don't know if it has to be a spawnable room though, so if it doesn't work the way that I want it the first way, I've got other ideas for how to get it to work. But, yeah. I'm pretty sure it also has to be sunlight, so I'm going to have to build it, I've got a kind of area in mind. Like, sort of over there, that into that thing. It's just, yeah, see, it updates as soon as I put a thing on it. I think there's a minor glitch with forestry this version where it doesn't do that. And actually 2 of those, if I get out something to put down in its place, that I actually want down in its place, 2 of those is enough for me to fill in that, that. Just getting this done with all I can. Yeah, so again, anything. Yay, more peat. At this point, I'm so rich on everything else that I don't care about the more other stuff. It is entirely... Why did I put that bucket away? I'm going to need that bucket. It isn't No, no, no. Want these guys, thank you. It is entirely about you know what? Let's just ploink, 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 and put a random block there, and there. Yeah. I don't even know if that'll affect anything, but this is a good area in general for it. And that, I did put a block there, so, yeah. Hooray. More dirt on the way. And it'll do that with all of those as they mature. It just takes some time. You'll also get dirt later from a different means that I will be doing after I am better prepared to build and bash my way through a different mob grinder for different reasons. Because I'm going to need some ground up gold and some redstone dust. Going to need, whoa, I'm full. My inventory is stuffed. That's not going to work. Probably have a bunch of records. Goodbye, records. Yep, my inventory is full again. I really don't like a full inventory. And I really don't like those mobs shooting at me when I'm hungry like this. I'm tempted to eat zombie flesh just to get my health back. I know that's not really a great idea. But I'm tempted. So there's that. There's creeper stuff. More creeper stuff. Peat that I will just stick in there. Oh yeah, the peat also works in the other furnace-like things. I like getting those zombie swords. Yeah, I hate blocking myself off right there, though. That's annoying. But yeah, aside from the food situation, which, to be honest, I could fix more quickly if I wanted to, if I really needed to. I might have to. But probably not. It's going fairly well. You know, I'd like an apple or something from the trees. I don't seem to be dropping one. I think it's because of the type of tree I'm using. But I prefer that tree for chopping it down more easily. The plants, not quite cooperating fully. Kinda hungry. I'd like to get something nice from you. Sticky resin. Oh, yeah, may as well. So, sticky resin. I like to right-click on it with the hoe. It doesn't seem to do any damage points to it, and it does take a while to regrow. But if I keep doing that, when I need stuff, I will have more than enough of it. Because it limits the other resources in this. Mostly the place that I will be using sticky resin is in rubber, insulated copper wires to make circuits, other types of things like that. And in that case, the sticky resin itself is not the limiting factor on this map. It's entirely going to be the copper or anything else I'm using the sticky resin with. Well, if those haven't gone, the other ones probably haven't either. And the torch is also a great trick for forcing block updates on networked maps like this. Gets around a lot of issues. Yeah, that other thing seems to be working fairly well too. I'll probably expand this out. Like that. Zombie drift. Straight down. I'm saving this. It's a legacy. Probably don't need that anymore. These things creep me out when they glitch over the walls. It's just super creepy. Yeah, this is a great wrapping up point. Exactly 1 hour. Well, tiny bit over an hour. So, with the sun setting and a hungry tummy, looking for this to give me a melon so I can grow food faster, less space, or this to give me more dirt so I can grow food faster with lots of space. I will sign off and do a little bit more grinding, a lot more of that forever. And when I'm done, I'll have a bunch of nice stuff prepared, and I'll be all ready to go to a new dimension and experience new levels of frustration trying to prevent ghasts from spawning. Possibly killing off a couple that spawn before I do a better job of things. Good night.